Finally back with a good local find. It's been a little slow as late as you'd imagine with the lack of flea markets and garage sales. But I was able to pick up a few very nice things, as you can see. Let's get some little stuff out. This is all, well, mostly modern stuff, but this lot I actually picked up. I went only to pick up the turbo tank and a vintage AT-AT. But when I got there, he had all this other stuff that I picked up, and I'm really happy because it's really cool. Got some of the Power of the Force figures. Not my favorite figures, but they're in the lot. A couple still in the baggie. I'm not really sure which set these came with. I think this came with the dewback probably. I think this is one of the Walmart ones, but it's a nice dewback. Little Stormtroopers. The oven guys. Big crappy looking Luke. Got a good mooring guard. Parts of a speeder bike. Nice to bust up. Which this stuff I don't really care about, but it came in the lot. I don't know. I don't have any of the other bust ups, and probably get rid of this one. Nice vintage twin pod car. A little bit dirty, but pretty nice. Got the carded Power of the Force Leia figure. Once again, these are pretty much worthless, but came with everything else. Nice Death Star droid with the mouse. These are actually, I like some of these Power of the Force 2 figures, especially this one. I mean, it hadn't been done before, and it's actually a really nice figure. More of my liking, some of the Saga and Legend series and 30th series. Got the Galactic Marine, and a couple things of battle droids. So, can't have too many battle droids. And of course, the really cool piece is when I went to pick up was this turbo tank. You can see it's missing the top gun, but everything else is there. It's got the missiles, makes sounds, came with the driver, and it came with a nice squadron of clone troopers, one of the accessory guns. But yeah, this is a really, really cool vehicle, and it's really nice to have all the variety of clones with it. So really stoked to pick this up and reset stuff, and I'll show you the surprise vintage stuff I picked up. Like I said, I was only expecting to pick up this turbo tank and an AT-AT, but got a whole lot more cool stuff. Here's the other half of my pickup. You can see I got the vintage AT-AT. Not in the greatest shape. The legs are discolored, tab broken off, and of course missing the chin guns, but other than that, he's not bad. I mean, I looked in here and the battery compartment's clean. Just needs a good cleaning, and can't do much about the discoloration of the legs, but still, you know, vintage AT-AT, really cool. Also got the vintage and the newer Rancor Monster. I have to look up to see which. Yeah, this has got to be a Power of the Force version of him at that scale. But see, his head got so much bigger than the vintage one. But still, always good to have Rancor Monsters. Got a couple mini rigs. It's in yellowed, not in great shape, but came with everything. You know, missing the front gun, but pretty good. It still sticks, so kind of nice. A piece of the Hoth playset. He told me he sold his vintage collection earlier to some guy, so I missed that. So kind of makes me wonder what else he had, because you know he still had all this great stuff left that I picked up. The Qui-Gon. And then all these lovely vintage figures. Got a Snowtrooper, several Stormtroopers. This guy's yellow, not great. Got the mooring guard, a couple of Chewbacca's, but and weapons. Not weapons for everyone, but you know, a decent amount. So got one blaster for the Stormtrooper. Got the mooring guard axe. Got a Snowtrooper. Wingar. Little naked Jawa. I love Jawas. But the real prize in this lot, at least for me, is this nice baggy Stormtrooper. The baggy ones, I think, are much harder to find than the carded figures. I know they don't maybe bring as much money sometimes and aren't as sought after, but I personally like the baggy figures. This one would have come with a Return of the Jedi box set that Sears had sold by this baggy type. But still, I have some of the easier to find baggies. This one is probably mid-level, hard to find. So it's, you know, kind of in the middle as far as desirability. Not real hard to find, but not easy either. The ones that are easy to find are mostly the C-3PO with the break-apart limbs. He's pretty easy to find. The Melloway figures, the Emperor, Nine Num to some extent is a little harder. But these that came with the box sets from Sears are a little bit harder to find. So I'm really happy to get him, and he is going to stay in my collection. Because, like I said, you don't find baggies too often. So that is my find for the last couple months, and we'll see when things get back on track and get some more finds and hopefully some cool stuff.